Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 2 of Lumberjack's Dynasty. Now, does a bear shit in the woods? Well, maybe in this game we're going to find out. But here on day 2, we are back in the barn, or the super sexy apartment that just needs a little bit of work on the outside that our uncle and our auntie with a nice ass have decided to let us have, as long as we redo it up. We haven't seen them for a long time, but they've given us a house and they're expecting us to work for gruel, food, and, well, whatever comes our way. But as you can see, it's pretty plush inside. And once you've actually got this tool in your hands, I'm going to try and not do any more Yorkshire-based innuendos, lads. But I'm firing it out of me. Let's leave it. So, basically, once you get this nail gun, you'll find that when you have a look around in the engineer's sightline and you see all these things that need repairing, you'd think this would be not monotonous. Get your teeth in. Get your teeth in, Damon. You'd think it would be monotonous and boring, but it actually becomes really addictive. I don't know what it is about this game. If you'd played the previous game, which was the Farmers Dynasty games, when you actually got to do the greenhouses, they were rusty and made out of metal and aluminium, and you had to get the grinder out and scrub all the metal into some beautiful shiny chrome, and it just became really addictive. It could take you up to like 20 minutes to do it. And I said I wasn't going to be doing this. We were going to go straight for a mission, but there's something rather satisfying about putting the new planks in. So it's a new day, a new dawn, a new life for me. And as you can see here on the map, get to know the farm. We've got to return to Auntie, see what she's got to say for herself, and see if she's got any jobs for us. Because it looks like a lot of the buildings here in the main farm are going to need repairing anyway. And she did mention that they're going to need painting, which wasn't in the previous game. Let's just check. Look both ways, children, ladies and gentlemen. And this gate could do with a bit of a clean up and a polish. I'm sure at some point we'll be doing that. So let's go see what the amazing actors and hand gestures of Uncle and Auntie have got to say.
Hello, dear. Good to see you.
Hello, Auntie. How are you? Need me to help you with something? I need to ask you something. Gotta go. Look after yourself.
Hello, Auntie. How are you?
I am fine, darling. But you look half-starved, dear. Here, I've prepared something for you.
Finger puppets. What have you got for me? As I look around with a gasp with my overly exaggerated beard.
Need me to help you with something?
I haven't heard from Lily for quite some time. Could you go over there and see if she's okay?
Lily?
She is a herbalist, so she might be able to teach you a thing or two, too.
Tree hugger.
I need to ask you something.
Of course, sweetheart. What do you want to know?
Why do you move like a mannequin? It's weird. Very, very strange. Look at me, I'm looking at gasp all around. I'm just amazed by the trees and the
Any
environment.
other advice you can give me?
Well,
She didn't
folks
give me any
around
advice.
here are really friendly. So get around and talk to people.
Okay.
You can also ask Charles here. He knows everybody around here and should be able to tell you who could probably use a little help.
Charles? Who's Charles? Can't be your
Gotta go.
husband.
Look after yourself.
Because surely she'd say your uncle.
Need me to help you with something?
Maybe
Well,
that's
yes,
Charles.
actually. Our pickup, Christine, is left in the forest. She's not worth much, but it would be a shame if somebody stole her. Would you mind driving her back here?
Well, I've got no choice by the looks of it. So there's our first objective for the today on day 2. Go for your uncle's old pickup called Christine. And as you can see, it's put a nice marker down for us, so it's perfectly clear on where we've got to go. Just looking at these gates, I'm wondering whether they needed fixing with the engineer's eye, was it? Engineer's sight, and it doesn't look like it. So hopefully it won't all just be fetch quests. If you've played the Farmers Dynasty ones, you know that usually you end up getting a tractor fairly early on. And then you're kind of free to do the missions and objectives that you find out there in the world on your own. And with it being a lumberjack, I get my big chopper in my hands. Ugh. Do you know what? As I've said in the previous videos, if you've been watching my series, I've dumped Kate Beckinsale. I've dumped her. Oh, it was such a passionate, short relationship. She had trouble walking, and so did I. Both sore from, humping like rabbits. And, yeah, I found out that she'd been seeing a dirty, big-lipped, ugly student. And if you've seen the pictures online, I found out and dumped her instantly. No, I ain't got time for a woman like that. I'm a one-woman kind of guy, so I'm making a move in Hollywood at the minute on Aldrete Plaza. So if anybody's got a phone number, chuck it my way, and yeah, I'll rag her around in the barn and have my way with her. That's how it works out here in the woods. Speaking hotel, smash your back doors in. Anyway, what's this? Alright, so that's obviously taking water here into the mill. I wonder if it's water powered somehow, or steam powered. Obviously none of this machinery is on at the minute, but we will be getting this going eventually. Because we did, in part one, if you remember, Auntie Fanny, whatever her name was, she mentioned that the barn needed repairing with planks of wood. Now, we've just been going up to them and repairing them with the nail gun, no bother whatsoever. But I am wondering later on, as we get further in, whether we're actually going to need to start producing wood in order to be building structures and repairing things. I hope so, but it's not just as easy as just going up with the nail gun and click, click, click. It may get to the point where we have to start buying things from the stores and going to town and visiting the markets and things, because it looks like food, and there are skills to be unlocked here. With tier 1, 2 and 3, which is plastering and a few other things, so it may be a little bit more involved than just sticking planks on there. So here she is. And with this style of graphics, this is just screaming out for virtual reality. I think it would work really quite well. Just check double ways, and let's get this vehicle back on the road and back up to farm, and then we'll see what else is needed. Did that car just appear from nowhere? Or was I looking the wrong way, looking for lumberjack girls with little dungarees and... Anyway, so we go past the empty bus stop here. There's a nice beautiful tractor there, which is the tractor we used initially. And there we go, we've got old Bessie back. Let's see what Uncle... I've forgotten his name, Uncle Charles. Let's see what Uncle Charles has got to say for himself. Right, lad. Or Uncle, got your truck
I
back.
brought the car like you asked.
Wonderful, thank you. Now that I think about it, you could use the truck more than I do now. Why don't you use her while you're here? She's not much, but I'm sure you'll like her. You should go and see
That's
all
what
of
I
her.
used to say about Kate.
Last time we talked, he mentioned something about his barn that needs some repairs.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps you could help him. I actually feel bad about asking you.
Why?
But you've seen our old house, farm buildings.
It's mint.
They're all in really bad condition. Could you bring them back to life? What do you think? Help us old folks. We will share the extra profit, but only after we sell it. I cannot afford to pay you at the moment, but if you help, you will live comfortably while you stay here.
So your house is mint, all the farm buildings are wrecked, and now
That sounds good.
invited me
I'll
up here
sort
to
that
fix
out.
them. That's basically what it comes down to, innit? Living like the high life at Rollers. Hot tubs of champagne and bloody snotting coke off hookers' breasts. I know what goes on out here. Right then, so we've been given a mission here. We've talked to Uncle Charles, and he wants us to fix some of the barn, the outhouse, and any of the other buildings that are actually down there. But it looks like there is another quest that's actually popped up here. Let's just have a look on the map. A small secret, the unfinished tower. There's a strange construction up on the hill. Do you know what? Let's go to that. And we also get 250 social points, which at this stage in the game, I don't really know what they're for. If you do know what the social points are for, leave them in that comment box below. Smash that like button, and I will continue to keep creating some more videos, and hopefully you're enjoying this series as much as I am. Completely different for the channel, I'm aware of that. Hey-ho, here's something a little bit different. So it appears we've got some sort of strange structure up here, and oh god, it's not LGBT shite up here, is it? What's this garbage now? Right, let's get out. Call a banana. Right. The unfinished tower. Let's just right, there's a woman over there. Let's just run up here and have a look at this. What the hell is this? It's like some modern art. In fact, have you seen some of those videos online where they put a fire extinguisher on the wall and they put an artist's name on it, and the toffs were like, "Oh yes, I can see the symbolism in the purity of the idiots." You could shit in a box and somebody would say it's art. Right. The unfinished tower. Well, that's the tower, and it doesn't look like there's anything for me to activate. Maybe I've got to go speak to this lass down here. Let's go see what she's got to say. Maybe she's the herbalist. There's not many people about. Must be coronavirus lockdown.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I help you?
What's up with you? She's wired.
What exactly are you selling?
Well, not much really. Used to have the lot. Food, drinks, refreshments. Hope for tourists, hikers, you know.
You've got nothing on
Those were the
shelves.
days. But they didn't really finish the tower, and it seems they never will now.
Why's that?
Well, rumour has it the investor tried to bribe the mayor and got caught. Others say he didn't, so he didn't get the permit. Who knows? People talk, you
Looks
know, but
finished
they
to
stopped
me.
building the tower, so my future looks grim.
Why?
I think I will have to look for another job soon.
Don't worry. I'm sure everything will turn out for the best.
Thank you. And don't forget, if you have any fresh food, I will gladly buy it.
Why are you buying it?
I cannot pay you much, but I'll give you what I can afford.
So there's no tourists. You're not selling anything, but you want to buy food off
Care
me.
to trade?
Oh, something's dodgy going on here. Do you know what? I'll give her my sausage. Leave it. I'll give her some beer. Get 16 euros for that. Have I just sold? I think I've just given her my sausage. She's loving that sausage. She's loving it. She's even paid me for my sausage. You dirty, filthy. Anyway, so she's had my sausage. She's all happy now. And she's given us 250 social points again. I don't know what we're supposed to do with those. Well, let's get back into old Bessie here. And let's head off back down. Maybe we should go down to the actual farmyard now and start fixing up the place. Maybe we can fix up the greenhouse. Or the main barn, because we can get livestock at some point. Possibly, because it is a farm. I know we're in Lumberjack Dynasty here, so the majority of the stuff we're going to be doing is lumberjack based. But there is some farm equipment down here. And I noticed there was a chicken coop, which we can probably fix. And I will be doing the bees as well. I always like bees. We'll get some beehives in as well and see if we can make some money for that and become a little bit self-sufficient, rather than having to go up to the market to buy food, because there is a food and sleep system in the game as well. So let's head down here into woods and see what we can find on our next mission here in Lumberjack's Dynasty. Would be nice if they had added the ability to be able to look behind you completely round, which you can't at the minute. You can only look to the left and right. So it looks like we've got an objective over here. Can we go through the river? We can probably get through here. It doesn't look that deep. No bother. No bother, lad. And let's see what we've got down here. We've got a crane. And we won't bother driving through. I think we'll get out and walk. But as you can see up at the top left, it won't let me. I think if you're too close to the gates, there's like a... You can't park here, so you can't actually block the gates and glitch out. I think that's what it'll be for. I think there we go. We can get out as we come further out a little bit. Right, let's leave it here. I might get rid of that star on the map. Let's just right-click that, so we know where we're going. No, I don't want to get back in. Bessie, she wants me inside her again. There we go. Now we should be able to get rid of the... There we go. The marker. Right then, so... We've got another marker which will be back at the home base. Back at Farm HQ. Well, let's see what needs doing here. Yup, love. You alright, love? I like your jeans. Nice thigh gap. Oh, she's mute. Unfortunately, we don't know sign language, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to communicate with this lass. I've forgotten the name of the person we were supposed to speak to now, wasn't it? Oh, it'll be this guy here. Help, mate.
Hello there.
Hello, young man.
Jesus, kiddie
Need
fiddler.
anything?
Are you Oliver? My Uncle Charles sent me. He told me you
My
may need
God.
some assistance.
Charles sent you? Yes, I am Oliver.
My
I
God.
could indeed use some help repairing my barn.
Oliver.
For tying kids up and making them disappear.
Sounds familiar. Have we met? Well, never mind. That's a great barn you have there.
Thanks. Could you help me? Unfortunately,
I have a load of
just bought
puppies
this
and some
place, so
raincoat.
don't have a lot of money left and can't pay you. But I can offer food in return.
That's what you say to all the kids.
Thanks, but no
You
thanks.
dirty
Wait.
kiddie fiddler.
Wait! I have an old tractor that I no longer use. Charles told me you have some skills.
I know where this is
So
going.
maybe this will be a fair trade. But if we're talking about a tractor as a reward, I will need more than just a barn
Hey,
fixed.
back off, pal.
What do you
I'm not
mean?
like that.
Do you see the forest over there?
Yes?
I need this space.
Even though I'm looking
and
the wrong way.
I don't care about the trees, so you can have them.
You don't care about
But
the
I
trees.
want this area flat. Deal?
You don't care about the trees, you asshole. But he's going to give me a
A
tractor.
tractor, you say? I can certainly use one. It's a deal.
But you stay 10 foot away from me at all times, mate. I don't like the look of you. Very, very, very dodgy. Oh, yeah, love. Following me around like a bad sniff, you, aren't you? Oh, you want me to come over? Could at least wait till he's out of bloody viewing distance. What's that? She didn't just tap on. She didn't say she wanted some head then, did she? Tapping on her head. Surely not, lads. Let's just go past Von Elric Kiddie Fiddler over here and have a look at the barn. Let's have a look at the state of it. So, here's the tractor that they're actually going to give us. And as you can see, that's a beast. Looks like the tyres are fairly new on that. That's a nice looking thing, isn't it? It's got like a World War II era vibe to it. Very nice. Yes, I think this is the deal. So let's have a look at the state of this place. Doesn't look like we're going to have to do too much work in here. The old addictive double nail gun, getting the new planks in. And maybe we're going to have to paint it at the end, or that'll come later. As you can see, using the engineer's sight, we can see what needs actually repairing here. So let's just go through. I'll shut up for 2 minutes as we... Well, I'll get some music on. Get me a little radio on. And I shall go through and fix the rest of this barn. I might speed ramp it for you guys, because this may take me a while. And then we'll see what else needs doing in order for us to get our hands on that tractor. Or our ass on the tractor, should I say. Well, I think that's pretty much the whole barn done now. I don't think we've actually missed any bits. And it looks like now we need to cut down the forest. That's a little bit harsh, isn't it? We need to cut down the trees on his land here. Of course, the developers of this game are not English, so their English is a little bit strange sometimes. And I think the acting with the hands all over the place and the woodenness of it really could be improved. But maybe, who knows, maybe that's a bit of the charm of it. So I'm going to cut this tree, and I'm going to hold my mouse now, making sure it stays in the orange, and eventually I'm sure this will get more difficult as we move on to the bigger trees. Let's get this tree down. Timber! And there she is. So we've got 29 bushes to cut. Leave it. Don't make a joke. Don't make a joke about being on coronavirus and all these bushes that need cutting. I think you know what I'm saying, lads. And I'm going to get my big chopper out, cut this tree down. Look at the girth on this tree. Get these trees down. Oh my God, don't land on the barn. Don't land on the barn. We got away with it. Cut these trees down, clear the bushes. And what we'll do is we'll come up to these. There's a little marker where we can get rid of the branches. Let's chop in like that. We'll get rid of the branches. And we'll chop these up. And what I'm going to do is, as long as we've got enough food and stamina, I'm going to pick the logs up and drag them out onto the path, because if we need to clear them at any point, it'll make it easier with the trailer in order to be able to pick these up. See, I'm thinking ahead. True, real lumberjack. Yes, I shit in the woods and I wear... I was going to say denim then. What's this shirt called? My brain's gone. I can't think. This checkered shirt, what's it called? Oh, God damn it. I've got lumberjack fever. Right, let's try and get these in a fairly neat, organised thing. If I get them all here, literally on the path, by the time we bring the tractor up, I'm going to guess and say it's probably going to make us use the new tractor that we're actually getting. But I don't see why we can't go back to the main farm and borrow the trailer that we helped at the beginning that was stuck in part 1. Uncle Charles's tractor and trailer would make this job easy. But we shall see. I've got a funny feeling that's what it's going to make us do. So I'm going to go through and cut the majority of these trees down. You don't need to watch me doing this for the next 10 minutes. And I'm going to clear out the bushes as well and see what happens from there. So here is the last tree. As you can see, I have been busy. I've cleared all the land around here, got rid of all the bushes, all the scrubland. And this is the last tree in order for us to fell. And then we'll go and have a word with Von Elric, whatever his name was, Slaphead. We'll find out what he wants to do with this now. I fixed the barn. We've sorted that out. And this will be the last tree. I'm probably going to have to clear it all as well. Timber! And there she goes. We'll cut these off. I don't know whether you'd get any more money for actually leaving these on. It's wood, isn't it? You can use it for firewood, I guess. Get rid of these last few branches. Chop the end off. And there we go. Let's get that last bit cut. Right, so they're all cut now, and the trees are all down. Pick up logs. We'll just get these again in a fairly well, he says fairly uniform, and then he chucks it that way. But you know what I mean. All the logs are actually grouped together. So let's go back and see what he's got to say about it now. He's wanting his kiddie dungeon, his torture dungeon. God knows what he's doing in the barn, but we fixed it. And there is the little beauty. There's our little tractor. Let's go see what these two have got to say now. And see what the next mission is.
Done. Your farm is in much better shape now, and the trees are gone.
Thank you. The tractor is yours now. Pleasure doing business with you.
While we're at it, do you know anyone who might be able to spare a trailer? A trailer for the logs. Would be a shame not to use the logs from your trees.
As a matter of fact, I do. Go and see Isaac by the ski jump. He had one. Perhaps he doesn't need it anymore.
I will. Thanks.
Did he just say ski jump? Ski jump? Well, maybe it's a dry ski slope. I haven't seen one. Right, so here is the tractor. Look at this beauty. And of course we can drive this in first person. We've got 100 social points as well. Again, I don't know what that is for. And there she is. Maybe we should have that as the thumbnail. Maybe I should just put my face on there with a chopper in my hands. You know what I'm saying, lads? Looks like me anyway. So, right then. Let's get this little thing moving. This is a beast of a thing, this. We've even got ground deformation as well. I'm wondering whether there'll be mud later in the forests. So let's get this tractor back up to BAM! And see if we can get ourselves a trailer. In fact, we may, as we get further up, depending on what the next mission is and what we have to do, we may do some repairs at the main farm before we go to sleep, because we are going to need some more food as well, and that may be, we may save that for part 3. But let's blast on up back to the farm, and I shall speed run this a little bit, otherwise it's going to take me forever to get back up there. Jeez. Sorry, mate. Nearly caused a pile up there in a bloody tractor. Look, I'm all stopping and looking at my tractor because they're just amazed by it. Is he going to let me go? Cheers, mate. I'm just holding my hand up, like, over-exaggerating like they do in this game. Hey, thank you for letting me go. Alright. Still got the scaffolding up. I can't quite work out how to get that scaffolding down, but you can see I've got to do some repairs to the roof here. And where are we? Where are we on the map? The green zone around it, I presume that means all these buildings are going to have to be fixed and repaired, maybe. Help Isaac. Where's Isaac? Who's that up there? Help Isaac. maybe we should go to that quest, or do we actually fix home base? Maybe we should go up to see what we want, so maybe we can get the trailer, and then once we grab the trailer, we can have that as the end for part 2, and we'll move on to part 3. But believe it or not, there is actually a ski jump over to our right. And that is the trailer, which is pretty much, by the looks of it, the same kind of trailer that we got back on the farm, except Uncle Charles has got that new tractor and a new trailer, and it looks like, here we go. I don't need the scaffolding. Oh, that might frighten him off. Put that away, put that away. He's got his day glow jacket on here on the farm. Let's see what he's actually doing. What's he doing? Hey up, mate.
Hi there.
Hello, can I help you?
I was just
the
passing
jacket.
by and wondered if you need this log trailer here.
Do you want to buy it? I might sell if you pay well.
As a matter of fact, no. But I can work for it. What do you think? Have you got anything that needs to be done?
What a coincidence. I really need that forest over there cut down. All trunks cut into logs, and these logs stored there behind the barn. Then I need the barn itself fixed. If you manage that, the trailer is all yours.
I'll go for it. Deal.
So this looks like it's almost a basic repeat of the first mission. I hope that it's not all like this, so that will get a bit of a tedium. But I think at the minute we're actually doing jobs in order to be able to get the equipment that we need. And from there, we will eventually become self-sustaining. So rather than you watching me clear all this forest again and scrubland, I shall whiz it on with the power of magic and editing. Abracadabra. So I've cut all the trees now, and I'm just wondering whether, because he wants me to put the logs behind the actual barn, I'm wondering whether he's going to let me nick the trailer without doing it by hand. Because this would make life a lot easier. I could then pick them up, put them on here, and dump them. Why is this not attaching? Because you're a lumberjack noob, but that's why, because that's the back, not the front. Let's just see whether it's going to allow me now, because I don't actually own this as yet. Is it going to let me? No, is it chuff? It's not going to let me. Of course it's not. You tried to cheat. You tried to break the system. Well, the Matrix doesn't work like this. So it looks like we're going to have to pick up those logs by hand. You can see the ski jump there in front of us. Mahoos if it is. So it's not going to let me to do this. So I'm going to have to pick each of these logs up by hand. But of course, this comes down to whether we've got enough energy and food, because we've been working pretty much all day, and I haven't eaten anything since I gave that herbalist me sausage. You know, it used a lot of energy, did that. Sweaty, and I just needed a drink, something else after. Mouth like Gandhi's flip-flop. But I think because we've got no food, we're not actually going to be able to do this, so we're going to have to go back to the main farm and get some sleep, unfortunately. But here, as you can see, are the greenhouses, which I really enjoyed this in Farmer's Dynasty, growing the crops and everything in there and becoming self-sufficient. Now, can I sneak in there and nick their food from the fridge? No, the game says you bloody can't, lazy bastard. As you can see, their roof is damaged. Everybody's buildings in this place is damaged. And I may do, while I'm here, for my OCD, a little bit of preemptive fixing here. I just feel like I need to. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have that as the end of part 2 as I go and finish this little bit. As you can see the ski jump over on my left over there. Maybe, just maybe, we shall find out one day whether you can get down there in a tractor. See you in part 3. I've got a barn to fix.